Morning, everybody. Welcome to this Sunday morning session on Zoomorg. So this session is the standard session of the 10 minutes. And what we're looking to do here is there's going to be 3 with a 5-minute break in between the 10 minutes, which is it's a good amount of time for recovery. And I think some of us quite need that. I certainly do on a Sunday after Saturday, the weekend. So yeah, these 10-minute blocks going at in the 10 minutes, we've got a 4-minute, 3-minute, 2-minute, and 1 minute. The first 10 minutes is we're going to go off at an 18, and then at that point for 4 minutes, the things that I'm going to be pointing out to people is that the very first 4 minutes will be I would consider the hardest part of the work, the bit where we have to concentrate on getting the power, getting the wattage, sustaining it, and then at the same time feeling comfortable. And then as we go into the next 3 minutes, which will then we go from 18 to 20, then what will happen, you should start to feel that just because we're going quicker through the stroke, it should be lighter. So that's why I'm saying the very first part of the work, the first 4 minutes is usually I find the hardest, but then because I'm trying to make sure I'm getting my arms straight, keeping my back straight. So I'll be talking you through it. I'll be giving pointers. But what I'd like to do is on this, these 3 times 10 minutes is the recovery is an active recovery. So what I'd like you to do is that once we finish the first 10 minutes, if we go into our recovery, is that for the first minute of the recovery, the 5-minute recovery, I want people just to continue rowing, no power, nothing, just concentrate on, think of what went well for you and what didn't go well, could go for you, and how you're going to correct it. So that's what we're going to be looking to do. So just go for like a quick little warm up now. We've got 5 minutes. So I usually kind of work on my hips. I've got my feet up on the actual, on the foot plate here. And I'm just going through the motions without even moving anything. So I'm just going through everything. Nice little lean forward. And then what I do is put my feet up here, keep them up, just lean forward because I need to get my back nice and stretched out. So everybody can do your own kind of rowing, and then I'm kind of come straight forward now into that position. And that's the reason why what I usually do is that when I do this, go for my hips a few times, lean forward, try to reach my toes. If you can't reach your kind of like your shins, hold onto your shins, and you just hold that position, because guess what? That's the kind of position you want to get into once you come into the catch position. So what we're going to do here, once you've got to here, this is the position I want everybody to get to, especially in this piece. As soon as the heels come up, I want you to just push it straight back down, because we're looking for watts, we're looking for power. We're trying to keep the actual feet on the foot plate to generate that power all the way through. And in the first set, the only thing I want people to work on is feet on the foot plate into the 11 o'clock position, but try not to go back too far. This is one of my biggest problems, is leaning back too far. And what this does, it creates this wasted energy. Okay, so we've got 3 minutes. So people just want to, if you've done I've seen you've been doing your warm up. What we do, if you want to set up your screen, I'll give it, say, for about a minute before we start, set up your screen. It's 3 times 10 minutes with a 5-minute recovery. Just before we start, what I will ask people to do is to, if you've got the PM5, is to hit the, I think it's the second button, and that will give you the force curve. And then at that point, you can also change to, using the display or the units, you can change it to watts. Okay, so if you just want to have a quick stretch and get yourself ready, important things. I'm going to open up, as I say, I'm going to open up my window here to get some air in the room. And water, another important thing. Have that beside you, and a towel. Those are the most three important things. And during the recovery, again, it's an active recovery. Please, if if you feel like you want to get up, stretch, have a walk around, anything like that. But I will continue rowing all the way through. And then when we go into the second block, then we've got the scenario of we've got a rolling start. So if people just want to start getting ready now, I'm going to set up my screen. My setup, I've got the erg data. I find it very useful. Lots of information in here, and I'm using my erg data screen. You can see that. I'm using that at the moment, and then on this part of the screen, I've got my force curve. So I'm going to go into set up my screen now. So I'm going to go for, here we go, constant intervals. I'm going for a 10-minute on time, 10 minutes. And with a rest time of 5 minutes. Okay, that's done. I'll click ready on that. That's connected to my screen. So this is what I have on my screen here. So I'm looking at what I'm having here. I've actually got my watts up here. So this is on the erg data. If you've got it, if you haven't, don't worry. Just to show you that I'm looking at my my watts here. This is what I'm going to be working with. Oops, just move the screen there. That's what I'm going to be working with. I'm going to work on watts. I'm always working on watts. But on this screen here, I've got the force curve, but it also does show you my split as well. Okay. Other advantages of this is that I get to see my drive length and everything else. I get to see my drag factors. These are kind of important things for me. But again, we're working in watts. And so I'll give you just another 30 seconds. Let's just double check. Right, we actually, yeah, give you 30 seconds and we'll kick off because we're late now already. Okay, so we're all ready. So this first block is at, as I mentioned before, is at 18 strokes per minute for 4 minutes. And then we go to the next block is 3 minutes for 20, then 20 at 22 for 2 minutes and 24. Okay. So I'll give everybody, just get your last drops of water. Again, don't go out too hard on this one. Just literally, I'll make the calls, what I'm thinking through, what I'm trying to go through. And let's just concentrate on what you think is not going right and just listen through to my calls. So we're ready. So go into the ready position. I can see everybody there. I'll make the calls. So we start off in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. So I'm going off a quick 22 at the moment, but I'm going to drop down to the 18. There we go. There you go. Taking me a bit of time to get there. Right, here we go. I'm now at 18. So again, if you're looking at the watts, just keep hanging in there and try to find that bit where you are settled. You shouldn't be actually having to really push hard. You should just be guiding it through. Just like Adrian says, quick hands, and going steady back. There you go. Right, so I'm looking at my curve and I'm looking at my watts. I'm settled in now. It's taken me a minute. But things that come into my mind at the moment is keeping straight arms and a quick turnaround. That's all I'm thinking at the moment. And then I'm starting to go into my breathing. I'm settled in my watts. I found my watts and I'm jumping around, difference of 2 or 3 watts, but I'm happy about the average. So already, if you think about this, we've just literally gone now through nearly 2 minutes of work. There you go, we've done 2 minutes. So what I do now, I reflect on what I've just literally done for those last 2 minutes. I'm in a position to say, well, how do I feel? I feel okay. But all I am doing is making sure that my arms are staying straight all the way through. I'm not getting none of this action off at the catch. His arms slightly bent, not at all. I'm actually concentrating, keeping my arms straight all the way through the stroke. Whoops, just scraped up to 19 there. Right, so you've done 3 minutes. Coming up to it now. What I want is now for us to concentrate on just extending it out a bit now. As we come out, so as I'm looking, as soon as I get to the front at the catch, my feet are coming down. And I'm just keeping my arms nice and straight. Great. Great work, Russell. It's looking great there. Okay, so we're going to come up to the next change. We're going from an 18 to a 20. Subtle change. 1, 2, and go. And the easiest way, I'm listening to my flywheel, and I could hear that slight change. So it's keeping the arms straight again. And just imagine now, we've just literally done, I would consider the hardest part of the work, because now it should be starting to feel a lot lighter. There you go. This is only for 3 minutes. Again, this block, I'm just taking what I've done in the last 4 minutes. All I'm doing is actually utilizing that. Feet on the foot plate, pushing all the way through, and keeping up straight. Now, on your watts, you should see a difference when you've gone from 18 strokes a minute to the 20. There should be more force applied, which is your watts, basically more power, sorry. So just look to see where you are at the moment and sustain it. Try to keep away looking at your splits. It's not the concern at the moment. This is just continued drive and work. Start to lean back there. Good. So that's 6 minutes gone. This is the last part of the 3-minute block. So at this point, now I'm okay with my arms, my feet being applied on the foot plate. I'm now concentrating on my breathing. Of course, yes, we have to breathe, but what the body's good at is taking in the air that it needs. What it's not good at is pushing it out. So we have to force pushing the air out. So next change, 2, 1, up to 22, subtle change. And the way to do that is just moving quicker. At 22. So now, what's going through my mind is that I am feeling good. I'm concentrating on my technique. A quick turnaround at the catch. At 22. There's only 2 minutes of work. So again, looking at your watts now and see how you feel. And if you feel like it, just push it just a little bit harder. So we've got 40 seconds before the next change. And we're going to be going from a 22 to a 24. And all I'm thinking here is I want to keep it nice and smooth. There at the catch. Quick turnarounds. That's all I'm thinking about at the moment. At the front, turn. Quick turnaround and legs. Right, 5 seconds to the next change. 3, 2, 1. Up to 24. Right, what I want you to be doing now is literally just concentrate on rhythm. Forget the power, just concentrate on rhythm here. Quick turnaround at both ends. Keeping the head up straight. Okay, 30 seconds. Let's drive it through. Get your back into it as you open up. Let your weight take it all the way through. 15 seconds. Five seconds. 3, 2, 1. Great. Well done. So what I want you to do is just continue rowing, continue pushing your feet through. All I want you to do is take in the air, is to take it in. What I do, I take it in and I hold it. So take my air in. Just trying to get my breathing rate back down. And I'm just moving through it. So, what did we learn from that first 10 minutes? That 10 minutes for me went really quickly. At one point, we was done 4 minutes. I went, oh my gosh, all right, now we're changing up to 3. So 10 minutes work does fly through. And I like this, what I call active recovery. I mean, here in Italy, we do it a lot. I mean, I've done meters where they've just said, okay, marked 3 times 6,000 meters, okay. But it's an active rest. And I used to think, oh my God, no, I can't be doing that. But it does help. It's keeping that, it's the body, is the memory, the muscle memory. All I'm doing is just keep going through the strokes. Okay, so whoever wants to stop now, drop, jump off, go for a quick stretch. I do suggest stretching the back, the glutes, because I think you've just given them a bit of a burner. So I'll give you what I was feeling and what I was concentrating on. So the first 4 minutes, I went off to get the flywheel going. I went off, it was around about a 22, and I dropped down to about an 18. I settled in and I looked at my watts, and it was jumping around. I mean, I won't tell you what my watts were because we're all different. But yes, the first 4 minutes for me was pretty grimacing because I was thinking, well, am I going to do this all the way through and talk? But once I think it's after about 2 minutes, my legs start to really find the power. I was coming through nice and smooth. I was having no jerky, none of these jerks feeling at the catch. And I was just trying to keep up nice and straight. And just have quick turnaround. So as we went from 18 to 20, my breathing, I could feel my breathing. So I controlled my breathing. But that change from 18 to 20, it became lighter. It's just that I was just going quicker. So that was good for me. My watts increased. And that's the same for when we went to 22 and then we finished on the 24. So the point here I'm trying to make here is that we do work on splits, quite rightly, but as you'll see, when you've got the watt screen, that slight difference of 1 watt to another, compare it to my force curve, I see my mistakes. Either I'm not quick enough on the catch, or I hang too much on the return. Okay, so we've got 50 seconds to the next block of 10 minutes. And we're going to start off at a 20. And then for 4 minutes. And then we're going to go to a 22, 24, finish on a 26. So 30 seconds to go. For those that's actually you stepped off, you want to be back on your rower now. Okay, we're going to get a nice rolling start this time. So make a mental note of how many meters you covered and what was your average watts. So here we go. So 3, 2, 1, and go. So off at a 20. And again, all I'm thinking about here is nice long strokes. There you go. Here, I'm absolutely feeling pretty good at 20. I know I can sustain this all the way for the 4 minutes. So what I'm going to do here, I'm looking at my average watts, and I'm just sitting there, just pushing through. So, points here. I think more important is the catch. Here, what I'm doing, as soon as I'm getting there, I'm trying not to overcompress, overextend. All I'm doing, Just keep it at my rate of 20. Quick turn around the catch here, and then arms away quickly. Now, all I'm thinking about is my breathing. And what I'm going to do for this next, the second half of this 4-minute block, is start to bring my back in more. So as I get to the part where my legs are fully extended and I can't go back no further, my back is then coming into play. And once I've come back in with the arms, my arms go straight back out. Well done, everybody. See some great work there. Right, so now in this last 1 minute of this 4-minute block, what I want you to do is start thinking about how you're going to approach the next step up to 22 for 3 minutes. Let's go. Just keep going. What I'm thinking about, I just want to be nice and smooth. I'm happy with everything else. I'm happy with my watts. And I'm happy with my turnaround. Do I have any errors in here? Oh yeah. I did see that I kept starting to lean back too much, more than 11 o'clock. Okay, so getting ready to go up to 22 in 3, 2, 1, and go. So slight change. There you go. So I'm ready on 22. Okay, so let's talk about, let's say I'm not feeling great at this moment. I'm looking at my clock. I'm thinking, okay, I've got 5.5 minutes work here. So how do we do it? Yes, we are moving quicker at each end. But what I'm going to do is trying to concentrate myself on when I go back in, it's just concentrating my breathing. I'm not trying to be a hero at this point. All I'm trying to do is maintain a rhythm. So we've literally just gone through halfway. Well done, guys. So nice and smooth. Well done. I can see some great movement here. Okay. same thought's going to go through my head now is how am I going to approach the last 3 minutes? And at this point, I've found a lovely rhythm that I'm happy with. All I'm going to do is look to sustain that. And every often I keep looking up at my watts and I'm just sitting above my average. Okay, so we're going to prepare ourselves 10 seconds before the rate change. We're going from a 22 to a 24. Let's go. Up, 24. Right. Feet straight down on the foot plate. There we go. And what I'm thinking here, I'm trying to make sure that at the catch, there's no lag. My arms are straight, and I feel that catch straight away. Okay, now we've got literally 1 minute left at 24. Right, what you do here, look at your watts now, if you've got it on watts, or your splits, maintain it. Keep your head up straight. .30 seconds before we change. Okay, 10 seconds before we go 24 to 26. Subtle change. Ready? And up. Still at 25, that's going to get, there we go. 26. Right. What I would start thinking about now is how you've got to have a lovely rest in 30 seconds. But what you do now is start to push more on the foot plate. Just drive it. Drive it through. Just the legs, no pulling. You should hear the flywheel get louder. 10 seconds. 6, 4, 2, and 1. Well done, guys. Down. Just keep running through. Keep going through for at least a good 30 seconds to a minute. I'm going to keep continuing. Get your breathing back into place where it should be. It's gone quick again, isn't it? No? It's 20 minutes we've done. That's been good work. I'm looking at my screen and I'm seeing that commitment from everybody. It's very, very smooth. Excellent work I'm seeing. Let's just make sure I can see who's there. Keep rowing. Well done, Nigel. Great. Ed, good movement. Nice one, Steve. Keep it going. Excellent. Erin, another one. Great, great work. Great straight arms. Well done, Sarah. Excellent. So we've got, this is the last one, the last 10 minutes. That you look so happy. You're just thinking about that, you know, that breakfast. Okay, so what we're gonna look, I've made some notes here. Things that I'm thinking now that usually happens to me. I'm used to doing like there used to be the 5 times 10 minutes. To be honest, I'm feeling okay, feeling good. Things that could be better is not to do this, to lean back too much, because once you can look at it, you think, oh, okay, I'm pulling the meters now, and my time's gone down. But trust me, once you get to this position, like you kind of laid out, the energy you require to go from here to here is a lot more energy than it is to go from here. So I've kept my back straight. At some points it's straight out, but if you're still struggling with that, you just drop it down. It's easy to just drop your arms down, rock over. So in this last one, what I want people to do is, at this point, don't worry about your splits. This is not, I mean, you're battling against yourself, yes, but if you get the technique right, what I'm thinking here is that you come into here, bring it into your chest just a little bit. You don't have to pull it straight in, and then go away, rock over. So it's this bit. And you're gonna find now is so much more important. Why? Because we're going off at a 22 and we're finishing at a 28. So this action is what we're going to be concentrating on. And I was in the boat yesterday on the river that goes through Rome, what they call the Tevere, and was going up against the current, so again away from the coast going up. And the coach has called it, we went from a 24 to a 32. And the point was literally was just to keep rocking over. It's like keep the feet on the foot plate and just coming over. So my point here now is that what I'd like to see, the last, when we go from a 26 to a 28, would be at 2 minutes for 26 and 1 minute 28. What I want you to do is then try not to bring your feet up, but just trying to get to that position and then keep it in here and then just push back. So what we're trying to do is get all your power, all the force kept on the foot plate rather than just jumping up onto the toes. So we've got 30 seconds nearly coming up. So if we just get whoever's just has got off the rower, looking to get back onto it now. So this is the last 10 minutes. You've made the commitment to get up in the morning to be here. So I think we just have to make sure we finish it. Okay. So we're going to be going off at a nice, easy 22 in 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. Off. Nice 22. So all I'm thinking about now is I want to start as I finish, meaning that I know I'm going to be finishing at a 28. It's how I'm applying the power. So I'm kind of practicing it here. Everything should be feeling lighter. Well done, guys. 9 minutes worth of work left. We've just literally gone through 1 minute 22. At this point,
listen to your flywheel and tell me, or say to yourself, is it sounding right? Is each stroke the same? So here, again, keeping my back straight. Just driving my legs through. Straight in, straight out with the arms. Two minutes left of this 4-minute block. Right. What I want you to concentrate on here now, practice, is keep the arms as straight and long as possible. There you go. Well done. So here now, it's all about using my energy for the next 7 minutes as correctly as possible. So again, foot plate, rock over. And with that concentration on the rock over, I just saw my split go down by 2 seconds. So coming up to 30 seconds left of this 4-minute block. Well done for getting this far, guys. Again, if you're feeling tired, just concentrate on the technique, breathing and technique. Don't worry about the power, don't worry about your split. It's the rhythm. Okay, so we're going to be going from a 22 to a 24. Subtle change, nice rhythm. 3, 2, 1, up to 24. Straight on it. There you go. Concentrate my breathing at the moment. Right, now I'm thinking about the rock over. I'm settling in very well here. Keep your head nice up and straight. Don't bring your head back. Just keep it looking forward. As if I'm literally concentrating. I'm looking straight at my screen. And I'm looking at it thinking, I want to put my head through that screen. So I'm going there. Okay. Great. Again, concentrating technique now. Take away the power, almost sustain the power. But what you want to think about here is literally the rhythm on each stroke. Try to perfect your stroke each time. Four minutes to go. 1 minute left of this 24. It will get easier, he says. You know what I'm feeling at the moment? My legs are burning me. But I'm looking at the screen. There's no way I'm going to stop. So I'm happy sitting here. I'm just looking at it and I'm thinking, I've got 3.5 minutes. Concentration on technique. Look at your watch, if you are, and look at it. What you're doing now, you are not going to go underneath that. If you're working on splits, you're not going to go underneath that. So rate change, ready, go, up to 26. 3 minutes of work. Dig in. Again, whatever your splits were, maintain it. Your average watts, maintain it. It's not better. Dig in. But my arms, I keep trying to push my arms away. Okay. Ready. 2 minutes of work. Let's drive it through. What I want, this last 26, 1 minute, bring the back in. Nice and long. Thirty seconds left at 26. And then we've got the glory run. It's where you are in your own boat and you're going to drive it through. So take your breath. We're going to go from 26 to 28. In 4, 3, 2, 1. Last minute of work. Dig in. Put everything into practice what you've just been doing now. Dig in. But keep the form. Look at your watch. Do not go underneath it. Your split, put a second. Take that. If you're at 2 or 150, whatever, go on 1 second below. 30 seconds of work. Drive through. Just against yourself now. 20 seconds. 15. 10. Drive it through. 5, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Oh. I don't like doing that. I really don't. But sometimes we have to do things, even if we don't like them. But well done. I saw everybody, for those that I could see on the screen, I could see everybody driving through. It was great. One of the things I like is that when you're rowing and you're seeing people in and around you, you're kind of trying to pull yourself off them as well. And if you, one of those things that happens is when you see someone slowing down, automatically in your head you're just like, oh, okay, slowing down, so I'll go quicker, or I'll go stronger. But great work, everybody. Okay, we'll just you continue rowing. Keep it going. Oh. So points that, and trust me, I mean, this is what I've gone through. I've gone through many times of working on watts, and I literally have forgotten about my splits. It's only I look at my splits after I finish the workout, and I look at my time, going, oh, okay. So if I'm at, I don't know, for example here, if I'm 260, 270 watts, and I sustain that as my average, then the next time I get back on the rower, I'll work on that to maintain that, because that's my marker. Then I look at my split. Okay, so I was running at that. Okay, perfect. So straight away, I know what I'm doing. I know how I feel. I've concentrated on my turnaround. So this is the most important part. Again, I can't suggest it, anymore. Is this action? Not to go back too far here. Wasted energy, guys. Up here, bring it in, straight out, rock over. And I actually, when I get on the rower, like this morning, before I turn the camera on, I was just sitting. If you'd have seen me, you'd probably go, this guy's mad. But I was sitting here doing this. I was sitting there going, okay, right, bring your arms in, out, rock over. In, rock over. And I was just doing that action. Why? Because it's to ensure that I'm getting myself in ready for when I go forward, I'm already in position. My head is up straight, my shoulders are relaxed, and I'm coming in until I get to this angle here. Now, I've got a problem with my ankle because years of rugby, and I had an operation about 2 years ago. So I've only just started getting back in. So I haven't got that much flexibility in my right ankle as I've got in my left. So I'm just trying to, every so often, trying to push it a little bit further. But I get to a point that where I say, okay, you know what, on a quicker like sessions where it's like, I don't know, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, and it requires I'm going to get rates of 24, 25, 26, then I'm trying not to raise my heel. I'm literally just getting myself to the position. As soon as I get there, I push back. And already I feel that if you can sit there sometimes and just sit there, get into that position, push back, what's going to happen, you're going to feel those heels as compared to coming up on your toes and then driving back, you've just lost some of the power. So again, great session. These are just quick couple of points to pick up that I pass on to other people as we're rowing. But again, great session. I'm glad you all made it through. We could all go and have our breakfast or go back to bed or anything. I don't know if anybody's got anything to say. They want to pass on their experience of that session. Be glad to hear anybody's comments.